And welcome back to the South Florida Talk Show. I am your host, Kevin Perez, joined by Sabrina Portman and Max Gully. You're listening on 94.8 Miami. Do not forget to call in to this number today, 954-888-5670, to have a chance to express your opinion. So today we have a couple NFL topics at hand, and they're always the best conversation. They're always the best conversations. Who's the best at a certain position? So we'll start with who's currently the best wide receiver in the NFL. Sabrina?
I think I'd have to go with Rob Gronkowski. I know that he has suffered a lot of injuries and that has kind of set him back in his NFL career. But at the same time, he has a great chemistry with Tom Brady, and I think part of that chemistry is the ability to catch a football. And I think Rob Gronkowski performs really well catching the football and can catch it when he's being heavily guarded or just open. So I'd say Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, Rob and Tom are always inseparable. I mean, from New England to now Tampa Bay, so it's a good choice. Max, what about it? What about you?
Um, wow, this is a tough decision. But I'm probably gonna go with DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he just catches everything. He's an incredible athlete. He's done it for Clemson. He did it when in Houston, and now he's doing it with Kyler Murray in Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, I think, is the only reasonable answer here. I mean, he's a great wide receiver, and he's also a fantastic, just like talent all around on the field.
I get you completely. Another guy you could say is Julio Jones. I mean, they're all great. There's so many great wide receivers in this league. But we can't forget who calls the plays. So with that, who do you think is going to be the coach of the year, Max?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a surprise right here, and I'm gonna go with Frank Reich in Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is gonna have a good year. I think they're gonna be, if not the best team in the AFC, one of the best teams in the AFC. I understand that they have to go up against Tennessee 2 times a year. They have to go up against Houston 2 times a year, Jacksonville 2 times a year. Yeah, there are a lot of other good coaches in the AFC.
Oh, and we have our first caller of the day. Let's see what he has to say.
Hi, thank you guys for having me on the show. My question is, which team do you think will have the best record in the NFL?
Sabrina, you want to answer it?
I am going to lean towards the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just because I think that Tom Brady has a really good chance of succeeding this year and making it back to the playoffs along with his team. Also has a lot of talent, and so does the staff.
I'm gonna agree with you there. I mean, coming off a Super Bowl win, and they basically re-signed their whole entire roster. They're in for another great season. Keeping on the NFL on train, who do you think is gonna be the coach of the year?
I'm kind of favoring the Kansas City Chiefs here, but I'm going to go with their head coach. I just say so. Andy Reid. I think that his work ethic is something to be recognized, and I feel like he has a lot of, he kind of treats his players like kids, and he has a lot of love for them. And I think as a coach, that's one of the most important things, is to make your players feel loved, because that boosts their confidence and lets them play together better as a team. So I think that, again, his work ethic is super good.
I get that completely, and I agree. There's just so many young coaches and in the league. So, and now we're gonna go to a commercial break, sponsored by Subway.